Hello everyone, my name is Zag,
My name's Sadie.
and we're going to be hiking the PCT in 2024, and we're going to start March 15th and head northbound. So we're going to be recording our journey, and we decided to film this gear video so that we can show our family and friends kind of what we have, and maybe do a comparison at the end and see what kind of gear we kept and what kind of gear we decided to throw away and replace.
Yeah, we are not professionals by any means.
Yeah, this is going to be our first through hike, so we'll see what happens. So we'll just start off with the big three, which is going to be like the tent, the pack, and the sleeping system. So with the pack, for me, I have the Osprey Exos 58. It's like a 60-liter pack. It's been super comfortable. It's definitely the best pack I've ever worn. Did a couple hikes in it, and it's been working out great. Super spacious, super comfortable.
Mm-hmm. And then for my pack, I have the Gregory Jade 53. It's 53 liters. The torso length is small. That's pack size. It's my first pack ever, so I can't really give you a basis on, past packs. But so far, I like it, and it seems to fit all of my needs.
And then as far as for the tent, so we're going to be sharing the tent. So we went with the Durston X-Mid 2. This is definitely a little bit heavier than some of the ultra lightweight tents, but it's definitely a lot cheaper. This is about $300. And we have a ground sheet that comes with it. And also, just to kind of help with a little bit of condensation problem, we decided to get a ShamWow because that apparently seems to be a little bit of an issue. So we can just take that moisture off. This is super absorbent and help keep the tent dry as we're moving forward. We both have the Enlightened equipment. It's the Enigma 20-degree quilts. There's a couple of reasons why we chose this. So ours have the draft collars for the feet and the neck area. It's fully zipped up so it can act almost as like a sleeping bag. And then since they have the zippers all the way through, we can combine them together into a giant quilt or a sleeping bag so that we can both fit in it if it gets super, super cold. And you kind of use our body heat to keep ourselves warm, which we might have to do in the Sierras. We have this ground pad. This is the Gossamer.
Gossamer gear.
Gossamer gear.
Gossamer gear, ultralight, foam pad.
We're not using this to like sleep on. This is more of like a protection for our actual sleeping pad. But it seems to get torn up a little bit without any use yet.
I've never used it, and I think I just moved my backpack around in it. I had to duct tape like massive holes closed, so we'll see. Let's see what happens.
Questionable, but if it's protecting our actual sleeping pad, that's what matters the most.
Yep.
Our sleeping pad, though, is the Therma Neo Air X-Therm. The reason why we got it is because it was definitely for the R value, which is 6.9. It was definitely the cheapest out of some of the other ones that we saw. So I think this was the best value that we could get out of it.
Yeah, and then we got the regular size ones, but we probably should have bought the wide ones, but we just didn't know. And they'll do fine for the trip. Yeah.
And then we have these little Nemo pillows, the Fillow pillow. It's inflatable, and it's got like a little cotton thing on it so that it feels like an actual pillow.
Yep,
so
you can take it off. You can take it off and wash it too, so you're not sleeping on dirt all the time.
Yeah. And then this is kind of like a luxury item, but we have a little device called the Flex Tail. It's a portable little pump to inflate or deflate your little sleeping pads. Which is awesome. It's rechargeable, and then it also serves as a little lantern that we can hang up in our tents whenever it gets dark. So that's super awesome. Cool. And then moving on to our clothes, I think a lot of our stuff slightly different. So if you want to actually see what we're all wearing, it's definitely going to be in the description. But most of it is like merino wool stuff. I'll just go over like underwear. Like I'm gonna bring 3 pairs of underwear. This is like Walmart Puma brand, kind of cheap.
I'm just gonna bring 2 pairs of underwear. I hate women's underwear, so I'm gonna wear men's. And my mom sewed in some merino wool like liners for the crotch, you know. So TMI, but useful.
Yeah. And then I have 2 pairs of shorts. One's gonna be to hiking. The other one's gonna be for like in-town stuff. It's merino wool. It's moisture wicking. It's odor preventing. So it's nice.
And then I also just stuck with the merino wool. I have some bike shorts that are 9 inches inseam, and these will be my like daily wear, you know. And then I have leggings too that are also merino wool, and I'll just rotate between the two. So. Yeah.
And then as far as like sun hoodies, we both have a sun hoodie to protect us during our little hikes.
Yep, they're both bamboo.
Yep, bamboo, moisture wicking.
Yep, they're kind of a little bit super soft, like almost too soft. So I think I'm gonna get some holes pretty quickly, but I think they'll be fine for staying out of the sun.
Yeah, and then I have this like little fishing shirt from Colombia. It's pretty lightweight. I got it at Costco, and it's just like a town shirt.
Yeah,
so.
And my town shirt will just be whatever t-shirt I decide on the fly.
And then for socks, I think we're kind of different here, but I have darn tough socks. I've used these before. They're super awesome, and the lifetime warranty is pretty dope. And then Injinji toe socks. I've never worn toe socks, but yeah, we'll see how they work out.
And then my socks, I'm still trying to figure out, but I love these Lasso compression, sports socks. They're extra padded, and they have good ankle support. So I think I'm gonna stick with these, but they're not merino wool, so I'm going to probably wear Injinji toe liners underneath them. And I also have Darn Toughs, and I have Injinji hikers. So before we actually start on the trail, I'm going to dial down what I actually decide.
Yeah. And last but not least are shoes. So I have these Salomon XA Pro 3Ds. I have a pair that I've used before this. I use pretty much every single day. It's been working for me for the past 2.5 years. They're a little in rough shape, but I've put them through some beatings, and they've held around, so I'm just going to stick with what I know.
Everyone's been raving about the Lone Peak 7s for the trail, so I went ahead and got a pair. And I'm not sold on them completely, just because I'm so used to zero shoes, which is what I'm wearing right now, and I don't know, they're just a little bit different, so I'm gonna try them out. And we've been doing our practice hikes together, and I wore these, and they seem fine. So, so we'll see how they go.
Yeah. And then for shower, whatever, at camp shoes, I got Crocs with the 4x4 straps, so I'll be good with that.
And then for my river crossing, shower, whatever shoes, I have Earthrunners. Also, not totally sold on them, but we'll see how they turn out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of testing out gear. So. All right, rain stuff. I just have normal REI little rain pants, super cheap, and wind blockers, so they serve 2 purposes. And then I have my Columbia little rain jacket. I've had this for years. There's no reason to buy a new one, and it works perfectly fine as long as you keep up with the application of the anti-rain stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then I found this website through the PCT pages called Gear Trade. And they sell used high-quality gear, apparel and other stuff. So I have a Mountain Hardwear rain jacket that I did the waterproofing, Nick Wax wash thing and sprayed it down too. So I bought this Mountain Hardwear jacket from them, and then I have some REI wind and rain pants that I also bought, and they're all in great condition and pretty much brand new. So that's it.
And then, as far as cold weather stuff, I have these 2 base layers from Under Armour. I mean, they've served me well for the past 5 years, so I'm just gonna keep wearing those. And then
my base layers are these really old hand-me-down thermal underwear from the 80s. I think they're gonna stink pretty quickly, but I'm just gonna sleep in them, so I'm not gonna be hiking in them and getting dirty. So they're warm, and that's all that matters. And I'm gonna wear these for sleeping in.
We both have sealskin socks for walking around in snow, just to keep our feet a little dry. Obviously, the trail runner shoes aren't gonna keep us dry. And then we have puffies from Enlightened Equipment. This is like the tour jacket. I know you've worn it.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I love mine. It's super
It's
warm.
been super dope. So yeah, can't wait to try it out.
And then my mid layer is this Mountain Hardwear fleece liner. It's just it's super thin, but it's also very warm when when the sun hits it or you start moving around in it. So I'm excited about wearing this.
Yeah. And then for cold weather gloves, we got these Toolant gloves. They're like used for like fisher boat people, like crab.
Yeah, fishing.
Yeah.
In cold
So
water.
they're super insulated and they're like waterproof.
And they're $15.
And they're $15. Compared to like REI's or whatever, where you buy a pair of gloves for like $60. So, we're not rich. So this is definitely a better option for us. Cool. And then as far as like snow stuff, there's a couple little things here and there that we got specifically for it. So we have the micro spikes. These are from Cthulhu, I believe.
Yeah, Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Micro spikes. We'll be using these probably in the Sierras.
Yeah.
We have our ice axes. These have been gifted to us by our friends.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mike and Shane.
Thanks, Dad.
For your generous donation for adventure. But this is like the Petzl Snowwalker 68. So yeah. Again. And then we have our trekking poles. I've never hiked with trekking poles, so this is going to be an experience for me. But I got the Lecky Civita Pros. And then
I have the Lecky Kumbu lights. I also have never hiked with trekking poles, but I think they'll be very useful and our tent.
Water filtration system. So we both have the Sawyer Squeeze, not the mini, the bigger one, with the little adapter for like a 2-liter smart water bottle, and then the CNOC 2-liter water bladder, and that's pretty much how we're gonna be filtering our water.
Yeah.
And then for food, so we got another gracious donation from our buddy Joe and Randy. So thank you very much. But we have these stoves, and super tiny little things with a little igniter on them. So that's gonna be useful.
Need a lighter. I got for my pot. It's a 750 milliliter Vulcan titanium cooking pot, and Zag actually has picked up sewing, and he sewed me a little koozie, which is super cool. But yeah, the pot itself is super light, and I think it'll hold up great. Zag bought a 900 milliliter pot because he's just bigger and probably gonna be a lot hungrier. So yeah, we're just gonna be rocking these guys, and it should be good.
Yeah, and then we got a spork from Navaris, long little handle spork.
Titanium spork. Yeah, nothing fancy.
And we'll be using a little bag here from Osprey, and hanging up our food. And then whenever we get to Kennedy Meadows, you have to use like a bear can. So we have the Bear Walt 500 that we decorated. Moving on to electronics. So we both have the Anker 20,000 milliamp battery power banks. I think this is going to be more than plenty for us to charge our devices and all electronics. We have the Garmin InReach 2, Mini 2, for satellite communication with our family, tracking, and also if we get in trouble, we can use the SOS button to call for help. So I think this is definitely important.
Mm-hmm.
And then for our headlamps, we have the Nikkor 400 lumen. Yeah.
Amazon, super cheap. We can recharge them too. Super bright. Yeah.
And then last but not least, another big little item that I managed to snag for pretty cheap, but I'm going to be bringing with us a little DJI Mini 3 Pro drone. I managed to snag this for like $200, so that was awesome. So this will definitely give us a lot of really awesome shots.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And then we'll just move into like little miscellaneous items here. first thing is going to be our first aid kit that I'm going to carry. This is a little bit more robust than what most thru hikers use, but just from my previous experiences, I kind of like to prep for the worst case scenario. So there's a little bit more stuff in this than you would usually find, like a SAM splint, you know. But based on like what we're gonna be doing and the injuries we might sustain, this is gonna be perfect.
Or people that might sustain injuries that we're with.
Yeah. And then towels, just from REI. I got a full size. You got a half size.
Cute
yeah.
one. Yeah. Oh, and then we have Summit Suds. You know about Summit Suds?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if this is actually legit or if it works really well, but I just thought it was a cool idea. And you just add water to this powdered soap, and it works for laundry, your hair, your body, whatever you need it for. So we're going to try this out just to maintain, you know, good hygiene on the trail. And if it doesn't really work well, then I'm sure we can find some other biodegradable form of, you know.
Yeah, something that's definitely safe for the environment.
Yeah.
We both have multi-tools. Mine's a little heftier. This is a Leatherman. It's definitely an overkill. It's pretty heavy, but I just didn't want to buy a new one.
I found mine on Amazon for like $15, and I'm pretty excited about it. Scissors, a little pokey thing, and knives and stuff. So yeah, super tiny too.
Yeah. And then I have a little fanny pack for in-town stuff. It's from Colombia.
I'll also have like a Patagonia fanny pack that I use as my purse on a daily basis. So yeah.
And then last but not least, our poop stuff.
Yeah.
We both have Kuvik little trowels.
Yeah, Kuvik. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, to dig cat holes in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a little special equipment that I will bring with me. This is what I call my poop chair. I designed this myself. But it's pretty much just a chair with a giant hole in it that I managed to sew together and kind of get a little seams going here. I hate pooping in the wilderness, like squatting and pooping. It's bothered me. I've done it. I'll do it, but it definitely bothers me. So I made a poop chair so that I could be, you know, happy pooping. And then this will also serve as a little camp chair as well.
And then I guess for the hygiene for the lady side, I'm going to bring a Diva cup for, you know, menstruation. And I'm going to have a little cooler cloth for, you know, peeing and stuff. But that's it. I'm going to keep it super simple and not really take too much stuff. And I don't want to make any waste that I, you know, have to deal with later. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, that's pretty much most of it. In the description, we'll put links for all the stuff that we have so you guys can look at it.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions, we're not experts. You know, we're learning as we're going with this, but we'll definitely try to answer your question as best as we can. And yeah, well, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the actual trail next time.
Ooh.